Some faces around me that I know a lot of you recognize. You're going to hear from these people in a little while. But I want to start off by bringing up another man who's paving an amazing pathway for this community, representing us down as the next district attorney. Please welcome Alvin Bragg.
Thank you, Reverend. It is so humbling to be here with our next senator. Woo! Clap for that. Woo! We know the history of this seat. We know, and I know it represents more than Harlem, but we're in Harlem and we're Harlem folk. So this is the Harlem seat. And it is so humbling to be here side by side with Cordell Cleare, someone who has worked tirelessly for this community for decades. And no better example of her work than why we're out here today with folks who've suffered at the hands of the office I'm trying to go to, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. No better examples than Brother Yusef, Brother Kevin, Brother Raymond. And Cordell has done so much in our community, but what always stands out to me is when Harlem was still, when we were at perhaps our lowest moment, she stepped forward with these young men, boys then, locked arms with them in the name of justice and fairness, and that was decades ago, but it stands out today, and I'm so honored and humbled to be back here with all of you to mark a new day in Harlem, the Cordell Cleare Day. The path forward is clear. Let's get it.
That's why we're here supporting Cordell Cleare, because we know she's going to embody that. So we're going to let some of these people come up and say good afternoon to you all right? So we heard from Alvin Bragg. We're going to ask Brother Kevin. You want to come say good afternoon, brother?
Yeah. This is you.
Good afternoon, Harlem. This is our backyard. When we got the call to support Cordell, it was a no-brainer because she's family and she's been there in the trenches with us, holding hands and trying to make a change. So, but the struggle continues. So now we have to come like a village. It takes a village. And now we're here to make a change. So before, when we got incarcerated and they thought it was over for us, but now they woke up sleeping giants. So now it's time to ignite Harlem again. And Cordell would be the person to do that. So I'm here, my brothers are here, and let's get it going. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Now it's our Brother Raymond come say something for us. Come on, y'all, give it for him, give it for him. What's up, y'all? Definitely it's an honor to be here today. Flew from Georgia, and we couldn't miss this event. We had to be here for this because Cordell has been in our corner since the beginning. How long has it been there? It's been that long, right? It's been that long. I mean, we were babies, and this community embraced us, they supported us, and Cordell was one of the first ones on the front line. So when we say, what's the clear choice? When we say, what's the clear choice, Harlem? Cordell Cleare, that's the clear choice. That's the only choice, Cordell, because we need these people, we need our people to occupy these spaces and bring back some justice to our system. And it's time for a change. Harlem is going to get a facelift, and Cordell is going to lead the way, and we're going to be right here beside her because she was right there beside us for all those years, and she never wavered, she never stopped. Her support has been 100%, so it's only right we give it back. So come on, Harlem, and let's do this. Let's hear from one more of these brothers in victory right here. Dr. Yusef Salaam.
Peace and blessings, family. I want to first perhaps start by saying, may the peace, mercy, and blessings of the owner of all peace, mercy, and blessings be upon all of you. You know, when I thought about this seat, this special seat, I thought about all of the tragedy that we had gone through. And if you read my book, Better Not Better, you knew that we didn't just go through something, but that we actually grew through something. Amen. You see, they didn't let the public know that we all didn't know each other. Those people that you knew as the Central Park 5 32 years ago, we all didn't know each other. They made the public believe that we knew each other, that we got together and we went out as they coined it, wildly. Here we are 32 years later, gone through the fire. We are now the exonerated five, part of a sacred brotherhood. And let me tell you, when I think about the folks that joined my mother, Raymond's sister Joanne, Kevin's sisters, you know, like Antron's father, Antron's mother, everybody that was out there in the street, it wasn't a lot of folks. It was really, truly a grassroots movement. And one of the greatest honors that I have today is to throw my support behind one of the folks that was there in the beginning, the clear choice for all people to hear. Cordell Cleare is here and we are behind her. I'm gonna tell you, I decided to endorse Cordell because I believe that she has social justice at the core of her agenda, and she wants to help our community, specifically those who have been struck down by the criminal justice system, or like I like to call it, the criminal system of injustice. Cordell has proven over the years her commitment to the Harlem community and has pledged to continue serving as a unifier by addressing critical issues such as gun violence, supporting affordable housing, and improving public education. A Harlem native, Cordell has demonstrated a strong history of activism. And being in the streets, she has an almost 20-year tenure as the Chief of Staff for former State Senator Bill Perkins, our former State Senator. She's been a valued member of the local community board and of the Michelle Obama Democratic Club. And she's been a New York City district leader for District 7. And I'm confident that she will serve as a voice for all of the people of Harlem, and protect our community and our homes. And listen, I left Harlem some years ago, and it's always an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to be back home. Just like Raymond, I flew up from Georgia, bought a house down there, needed to decompress from all of the stress that we have been through. But thank God, we don't look like what we've been through.
Amen.
The last thing I want to say is this. When I think about Harlem, I think about home. This is the crossroads, has been said, of the world. When it happens in Harlem, it happens everywhere else. And when I think about some of the things that we are fighting against, one of the things that I thought years ago was that change only happened in the streets. We still have to plead with the public officials to see if we can get bills passed so that we are represented fairly. And when I tell you that Cordell is the clear choice, we need to make it happen. We need to show out. We need to show up. Let's do this, Harlem. Let's make it happen.
We have a couple other people who want to talk today before we bring up the clear choice for this community. We want to hear from Cinque Brathwaite, the son of Alvin Bragg, to come and give us some words.
Thank you. It's so appropriate for us to have this press conference here today. One thing being that we're on 127th Street, and although the street on 125th, and Clayton Powell is named after my father, he had lectures right here at 127th Street for over 30 years at the Harriet Tubman School. But I'd like to think about how things are circular. I was lucky enough to be a member of the Democratic County Committee, to be able to support and vote for Cordell to make sure that she would have this opportunity to become our next state senator. She's been there for day one. Many people talked about Schaumburg, the connection with my father and many of the people here. Cordell was my neighbor, not in Schaumburg, but even closer, along with Bill Perkins. So all of it's attached. When I first got the understanding that we were going to get this victory was probably weeks before we even had this special election. I just knew that the time had come. It wasn't clear to everybody else, but I knew that Cordell was going to be our next state senator. I know it's early. I already voted, so I'm speaking up because I already know that when I was there, I saw, that's right, the polls are open. I still got the little white mark on my jacket from wearing my early voting sticker. But I know that the momentum and the energy there was for Harlem. Everybody in there was for Cordell. When I used to teach at Watley over on 115th Street, that's also where I voted at. I saw a lot of people, and everybody know that the clear choice is Cordell Cleare. You know, no matter what anybody else would tell them. I mean, that day there was probably like 60 people there, and everybody was voting for Cordell Cleare. So I just hope this energy and this momentum keeps up, and that everybody here has already voted early, and we just got to remind people before November the 2nd that the clear choice for our next state senator is Cordell Cleare. I mean, my father would be so proud right now if he was still alive today. He would be so proud of you. My mother's already very, very proud of you. You know. Without further ado, I'm glad everybody's here, and let's make this happen November 2nd and beyond, not just November, and beyond. Thank you all.
Thank you. One woman that I saw always lifting her voice, always strong in this cause. And earlier today, I looked up and I saw that woman smiling from ear to ear, and I just had to go whisper to her, it is so good to see you smile, because I know how hard you fought. We're going to ask the mother of Yusef Salaam to please come forward and share a couple of words right now.
You starting to cry, Salaam.
Yeah. Fighting these tears back. Don't fight the tears back. Y'all can go ahead on and cry. Let them flow. But let me just say, being a mother, and when I was on that front line, there was so many mothers that was on the front line with me. There was what? Kevin's mother and Santana's mother. Everybody was there, in spirit and alive. We was all walking together, and they had fathers who were standing there with us. Oftentimes, people don't remember and forget the role of the fathers, but they were there too. It was like those old days when the mothers had to go out on one track and the fathers had to go to work to bring the bread in to make sure that the mother had the transportation to go on down to do what she had to do to fight for her child. We were fighting as a unit. There were community people who came out with us and stood with us at that time. It was difficult times. You know, and I know some of you look like you're old enough to remember Father Lucas. I know Alvin has been mentioned, Father Lucas. People from Mosque number 7, you know, and so many other people. I don't want to start naming them all, but that was the first time that I had ever met Bragg. He was brought to my home. Well, actually, it wasn't Bragg. It was Perkins who was brought to my home by Bragg. He rose and did things, and Cordell went along with him, and Keith went along with him. A lot of people from our community moved forward. Now his time is gone. Now it's some time for some fresh blood. And we're looking at someone who has been doing things in the community silently. Sometimes you don't know that she's helping to bring those doctor wagons in so that you can get tested. There's no big sign on the doctor wagon saying, oh, this was a product of Cordell Cleare. It's no big sign on the food handout saying, oh, this is a product of Cordell Cleare. She's somebody working behind the scenes and in front of the scenes and on side of the scenes. And now it's time for us to work for her and give her her due for the work she has done. Yeah. It's her time to move up the ladder, just like it was his time when he was doing all that running for everything but the dog catching. But now it's her time. And we're going to push her on up there so she can do her work. Now let me just say one more thing and I'm going to get off. Yes, I have voted. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for. It's a big secret. but I did follow the Democratic line.
That's right, that's right.